I find it abhorrent that in this moment, right now, as the world once again turns its attention to Iran, there are people in the streets, on college campuses, across social media who are shouting, protesting, and in many cases, defending, excusing, or outright ignoring one of the most brutal regimes on the face of the earth. So tonight, I am not speaking to a political party. I am not speaking to Washington. I am speaking to the world. Before you chant, before you march, before you pick a side, you need to understand what just happened. In January of 2026, millions of Iranians took to the street, not for war, not for power, but for freedom. And what did the government do? It opened fire. Now listen carefully, because this matters. The Iranian regime says about 5,000 people were killed. Human rights organizations confirmed at least 5,000 deaths, with 1,000 more under investigation. But other sources, medical professionals, internal reports, international observers say the number could have been 20,000, 30,000, even more than 35,000 people killed. Let that sink in. In a matter of days, possible tens of thousands of their own civilians dead. Students, women, teenagers, children. And then, this week, the regime publicly executed a 19-year-old championship wrestler, along with 2 defendants. Young men accused of convicted and hanged. Human rights groups say they were tortured, forced into confession, denied a fair trial. And yet, where are the protests for them? Because what you are seeing now is not new. The regime has been doing this for 47 years. Let's walk through it. November 4th, 1979. 52 Americans taken into hostage, held for 444 days. A direct assault on the United States. 1983, Beirut. Iran-backed Hezbollah bombing. 241 U.S. Marines killed. 63 killed at the U.S. Embassy. 1992 and 1994, Argentina. Israel Embassy bombing, 29 dead. Jewish Community Center, 85 dead. Iraq War, 2003 to 2011. Iranian weapons supplied to militias, resulting in hundreds of American troops dead, thousands wounded. October 7th, 2023, Hamas launched a coordinated attack. Approximately 1,200 people murdered. Families slaughtered, children executed, civilians hunted, Hamas funded, armed, and trained by Iran. So when you see protests, ask yourself, do they know this? And if you think this is isolated, if you think this is just about Israel or just about the Middle East, you are wrong. Because for decades, the Iran regime was waged a shadow war across the globe, through proxies, through militias, through terror networks. Over the years, Iranian-backed groups, including Hezbollah, Hamas, and other militia organizations, have carried out hundreds of attacks worldwide. Not dozens, hundreds of attacks in the Middle East, Europe, South America, Africa, Asia. Bombings, assassinations, kidnapping, rocket barrages, targeting diplomats, soldiers, innocent civilians. And many of these attacks were never even fully cleaned. But intelligence agency investigation, financial tracking, weapon tracing, all lead back to the same place, Tehran. This is not chaos, this is strategy, a system designed to project power without accountability. So when someone says this doesn't affect the world, understand this, it already has. For many decades. But the greatest victims are not Americans, are not Israelis, they are Iranians. Over decades, tens of thousands executed, hundreds of thousands imprisoned, torture documents, public hangings carried out 2019 protests, up to 1,500 killed during the 2022 protests, hundreds killed, thousands arrested, and now, 2026, possible tens of thousands more. So again, I ask the world, Why are there protests that are ignoring this? Why are there voices that refuse to acknowledge the Americans killed, the Israelis murdered, the Iranians executed? Many of these protests do not know. They don't know the history. They don't know the victims. They don't know the truth. For 47 years, presidents that have faced the regime, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush again, Obama, Biden, sanctions, negotiations, deals, but the regime remained. And this is where the debate becomes real. Supporters of President Trump argue he was the first to apply sustained maximum pressure, economic, military, strategic, to send a message. There are consequences. Because without consequences, nothing changes. This is bigger than politics. This is about terrorism, nuclear threat, human rights, civilian lives. And the question is simple. What do you stand for? Before you protest, before you chant, before you post, ask yourself, do you know who you're defending? Do you know who has died? Do you understand the scale of what just happened? Not just this year, but for nearly half a century. Because the truth is not optional. It is necessary. I'm Haylee Ficuciello. This is Englebrook Independent News, and that is the reality.